Hey everybody, we have an Australian Labradoodle puppy litter update. In today's video, we are going to get up close and personal with the 5 Australian Labradoodle puppies in our Rosebuds litter. These puppies are 2 weeks old, and in today's video, we're going to give you an updated weight on each of the puppies, let you know about the milestones that they've achieved in the past 2 weeks, and also give you an update on Mama Labradoodle Jojo. Hi, I'm Claire from Isle Labradoodles, and these little puppies are growing by leaps and bounds. We missed our week 1 video update. It was my birthday, and we had some puppy things we had to attend to, so we didn't get week 1 done. So when we do weights today, I'll give you the weights at week 1 and at what they are today. So Jojo's doing a fabulous job, and you can see she's not here right now. And that's because she's just out of camera range. She's over by the entryway to her room, and she's surveying everything and just checking things out. So Jojo's feeling really comfortable. This is her second litter. She is an experienced Mama Labradoodle mom. She doesn't feel she has to be here with the puppies every second. And you can see that the puppies are all just great without her. You can see how relaxed they are. They're already practicing their typical Australian Labradoodle pose as being sleeping upside down. And Jojo's quite content to be just outside of the box. She has her bed, and there she is just watching and listening, but not directly in with the puppies. Excuse me, but you can certainly tell everyone is getting well fed. Look at this nice juicy plump bodies we've got here. Everybody is doing great, and these coats are just so beautiful. So these little Australian Labradoodle puppies, these are minis, and they are all chocolate except for a red collar here who is red. And it's kind of appropriate that we gave him a red collar. And also in this litter, these 4 puppies are all boys, and then our last born in the litter is our one and only girl in the litter. And they are all phantoms, again, other than Red Collar. So Red Collar is a little bit of our outlier. Red Collar should have been a girl as well, I think, because then Red Collar would have had all the exceptions to the rule in the litter. So the puppies are just moving around really readily now. They are up on all 4s and tottering about. They can't really walk too well. They take a couple of steps and kind of topple over, so it's pretty fun to watch them all the time. And Jojo's encouraging them. Jojo has a really lovely mother style, a great parenting style. She is very attentive. She always is here to look after them. These puppies do not cry. We have not ever had to come in and put a puppy back in the right place. Jojo didn't keep us up once during the night. She always has them all together. They're always spotless, and they're always really well fed. She just does a fabulous job. Jojo has the most lovely temperament, don't you, Jojo? I'm talking about you. Yeah, do you want to come over? Come on over. Yeah, come over and sit with me. That's a girl. Good girl. She is just the sweetest little girl. She is so much full of fun and life. She just always brings a smile to your face. And I just love her very unique coloring. So Jojo herself is a chocolate phantom, and you can see that her phantom is, or her chocolate rather, is what we call dilute. It's just the most pretty color, and it's different from any other dog that you see. It just sets her apart, and I just think it's the prettiest thing. And then she still has quite a bit of dark coloring around her ears, and then all the pretty white to set her off. So Jojo's fun when she comes out with us, when I come in to see her, or when she asks to go outside to go to the bathroom. Always the tails wagging, always a smile, always so happy to see you. When she goes out, she runs like the wind, but she never goes away. We take her out the front. She's never on leash. She never goes outside of the driveway. She knows exactly where the boundary is. She runs around. She loves sniffing all around our great big cedar hedge, as we have lots of quail who have their nests in there. And that she thinks is great. She likes to explore in there and find their eggs, and she thinks those are quite a tasty treat. But she's just always in a good mood. She's just the happiest little dog. And she's going to be super happy this afternoon because her family is coming to visit her. And she just absolutely adores her family as they love her. So she's just really a really lovely dog, and you can see that in the personality of her puppies as they're starting to develop, and also in the puppies she had in her previous litter. They all have that infectious amount of love and just positivity. It just really makes your day fantastic. So Jojo is doing really well with her eating. She's a beautiful weight. She's not too heavy, not skinny at all. Her coat's in gorgeous shape, no shedding or loss of hair. And you know, it's not normal for dogs when they have babies to lose their coat. It means something's not quite right. And it could mean that they're overweight even. It could mean that they're overweight. It could mean that they're malnourished. It could mean that they're not being fed a quality food. But no shedding from this little lady. Oh, no, 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 not at all. And she's eating probably about 3 to 4 times what she would normally. So for breakfast, she has a pound of frozen raw and a cup of freeze-dried raw. And for lunch, she has 2 cups of freeze-dried raw. Dinner is the same as breakfast. And then overnight, she has freeze-dried and dehydrated raw to eat. So 100% raw. No supplements of any type, and her favorite thing is when she gets her chicken necks. So she has raw chicken necks that she eats usually as a mid-morning treat and also overnight. So she usually eats about 4 or 5 of those. If you let her, she probably eat 10 of them. She just loves them. So here you can see Blue Collar. Now this is a typical Australian Labradoodle. Yeah, I'm sleeping and I'm upside down and here's my tummy. So this is a great shot. We can see that this beautiful boy here, he is a phantom, and as many breeders will call this, they'll say that this is a try because we have so much white on this fellow. Just look at all those phantom markings on his face. Very, very predominant phantom markings. Generally, we only get them a bit on the side of the face here, not quite so much. His are really full. And you can see them on his legs there. Just a beautiful puppy. And now if you see them all here together, you'll see that, who is this here? But this puppy and this puppy have a slightly different color to this puppy and this puppy in terms of their shade of chocolate. So these are lighter, more of a milky chocolate type of color. So I fully anticipate that this puppy and this puppy will end up having that gorgeous dilute chocolate color that Jojo has and really end up looking very much like Jojo. And there's not very many puppies who are more beautiful than Jojo. Whereas this puppy here is a darker shade as is this puppy. So it's not always for sure that when they're darker as puppies that they'll stay darker, but it definitely, when they're lighter like this, you can be pretty much assured that they are going to become lighter. So Jojo, Bentley rather, is still quite dark. He's probably this color here of chocolate, a little bit leaning towards this, but between these two puppies here is Bentley's color, and these two puppies are closer to Jojo's color. And then the red puppy here is not like either mom or dad. But mom and dad both carry for yellow, and caramel is what is a yellow dog. Dogs really only come in 3 colors, which is brown, black, and yellow. But within brown, we have chocolate and we have a very pale chocolate. So we go from really dark chocolate to a milky chocolate to that lighter color that Jojo is. And sometimes that's referred to as cafeing as well. There's so many terminologies for Australian Labradoodle colors and patterns. I try to keep it simpler and not use every single one of them. For instance, for caramels, there's probably 6 or 7 different caramels. I just tend to stick to it's a red caramel or it's a gold caramel. There's frosted caramels, tipped caramels, iced caramels, all sorts of different things. It just becomes a bit overwhelming. I mean, a yellow dog is a caramel dog, and a yellow dog can run from anything from a sort of almost whitey creamy shade. If they have the brown nose, then it's the creamy shade. If you have a cream dog and they have a black nose, like our dogs spirit, then that is actually a real cream. If you're a caramel, you can't be referred to as a cream. Again, one of those Australian Labradoodle breed standard rules that don't really matter. What matters is what it looks like to you, what you like, and more importantly, what's inside the puppy, of course. But a red dog in Australian Labradoodle world has to have a black nose. If they have a brown nose, then they're a red caramel. But do they look the same? Pretty much. And a light caramel, if they have a brown nose, is a gold caramel. And a light caramel with a black nose is an apricot. So it's all about the nose color. It all depends. Their nose, their lips, and the pads of their feet are what tell you what their color are. Anyways, all I can tell you is they're all incredibly super cute. They all are happy. Look at the size of the little tummy here on this one. This one, obviously, this is Pink Collar Girl. She's not lacking in her grocery department whatsoever. Lots of space there in that little tummy, taking up lots of real estate. So the big things that happen in week 1 really are just eat, sleep, and repeat. Nothing much else happens in week 1. So we haven't missed any extraordinary developments in week 1. Now you see Blue Collar Boy there. Well, he's sort of twitching about, his legs are moving, and you can see he's, brings his body close together, and then he expands it off again. All of this sometimes people feel is dreaming, not this particular one because he's actually moving. But when, like Pink Collar here is doing a little herky-jerky moves, people often say, well, the puppy's dreaming. What this really is Mother Nature has designed for puppies to be continually moving even when they're sleeping, because they do spend so much of their day sleeping at this age, and this helps to develop their muscle tone and their muscle strength. So they aren't actually doing that because they're dreaming. It's because they are doing what puppies do, to be having a workout, if you will, even while sleeping. I wish they could figure out how that could happen for me. It would be great. So they're really just doing fabulously. I'm really proud of this litter. I love the glossiness of the coats. These are going to be fairly straight coated puppies. We don't have any indications of a curly coat in these puppies. They'll have nice soft waves to a straighter coat. So the one thing we want to talk about now that it's week 2 is for everyone to start getting ready and start looking for a vet, a trainer, and a groomer. These are 3 really important partners and stakeholders in your puppy's lives. Your vet is a very important one. Now, we're going to send all of our families out a video on how to help you choose and what to look for in a vet, a groomer, and a trainer. With vets right now, there's extreme shortage of vets. So you may not have the luxury any longer of picking and choosing who your vet's going to be. You may be at the mercy simply of who is willing to take on a new client. Hopefully you all have already started the search for a vet. If not, please start doing that right away because it is not the easiest thing to find anymore. And what you want to have is a vet who is familiar with Australian Labradoodles, knows what the breed is, has seen them before, and also a vet who is on board with the raw diet. Lots of vets are opposed to a raw diet, partly because they aren't fully understanding it, and mostly because they often see people coming in with problems that have come from people who are doing a do-it-yourself raw diet and have no idea what they're doing. Making a properly balanced and complete raw food for your dog is not something for your average person. It requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of study, and a lot of proper working together to get everything balanced. So we leave that to the experts. But we don't always use just frozen raw. We use dehydrated raw and freeze-dried raw. Primarily we use freeze-dried and frozen. Freeze-dried is so much easier. It's very lightweight. It's very compact. You can take it when you're traveling. You don't need to have a freezer. and it is every bit as good as the frozen raw is. So we like to use all Canadian products. However, there is not a huge selection of good quality Canadian products. We have one freeze-dried food that is Canadian made that we are in the process of trialing. It is not fully ramped up in terms of production yet, so not available for everyone at this time, but we expect it will be within the next 4 to 6 months. So far our dogs are all thriving on it. We've been feeding it to some of our puppies. Everyone's enjoying it. That is what all of our mums at present are eating. We love that it's Canadian, and we love that it's complete and balanced, and the price point is much nicer because it is Canadian. And for other foods, we use Steve's. Steve's comes in frozen and freeze-dried, both excellent, both complete, both nutritious, completely balanced, way better than any other type of food you can feed your dog. It's American though, so the price point is a bit higher. Stella and Chewy's is the same as Steve's, and again American, so it has a slightly higher price point. But those are our options that are good and available to us until the Canadian one becomes full production and we're able to offer it to all of you. And then we'll also be able to ship it to everyone. We can't ship the frozen, but we can certainly ship the freeze-dried, and you don't ever have to use frozen if you don't want. We start the puppies off with frozen and freeze-dried, and with your puppy starter kit you will get both in that, but you can easily take them off of the frozen and move them just to freeze-dried over a period of a few months. So that is what you want to tell your vet, that's what you're doing, that you're using. Tell them it's Stella and Chewy's and Steve's, that that's what you're doing, that it's freeze-dried, that you're not making it yourself, and that you are working with a registered canine nutritionist. So when you're looking for a groomer, what you want to look for there is someone who, again, knows what an Australian Labradoodle is, knows how to do a proper Australian Labradoodle groom. Usually if somebody is going to come crying to us, it's because the groomer has poodled their doodle. Labradoodles don't get their faces shaved, their ears have a very steep angle, there's a lot of blending that's done. It's very important that they be groomed properly. Your Australian Labradoodle is going to need to be groomed every 8 weeks by a professional groomer, so you want to make sure it's somebody who knows what they're doing. You also want to be sure that that groomer is gentle and kind with your puppy, and that their facility is clean. So go and check it out. One of the best things you can do if you're one of our puppy families, post on the private Facebook group. Say, hey, I'm getting one of the Rosebuds from Jojo, and I live in, and who has a groomer and a vet and a trainer recommendation for me? That's the best thing. Our vibrant community is so supportive and always is there to help you out and help you find these people. And it's far better to have somebody with actual experience. And they'll also tell you who to avoid. There's a couple of times when groomers on the island have been a little bit too rough or done absolutely horrific cuts on the puppies. So you want to make sure that the groomer shows you their book and you can take a look and go, oh, that's not what an Australian Labradoodle looks like as far as I know. And that would be someone you might want to avoid. And then for a trainer, again, familiarity with an Australian Labradoodle, again, post on the Facebook group. If you are Duncan and South on Vancouver Island, we recommend you use Communicanine. They are very familiar with our puppies. They're very familiar with Australian Labradoodles. A great place. They have socialization and manners, the two classes that are required by your purchase contract, and they are just the nicest people to work with. Darcy has a great company and has a really lovely way with dogs. But if you're not Duncan or South on the island, then again, post on the Facebook group, ask for recommendations from people, and then make sure you get your puppy signed up for socialization classes right away. These classes fill up really quickly, so it's important that you do that at your earliest opportunity. And again, go to where the training facility is, ask to observe a class, sit in on a brand new puppy socialization class, and sit in on a manners class. See what you think. Are you comfortable? Does the style match yours? Are the dogs happy? Is the facility clean? Is everyone professional? Is this a place you want your puppy to be at? So those are the things that are up to you to start working on for this week in getting ready and prepared to welcome your puppy home. So now let's go through each of the puppies. As always, we're going to do them in birth order, and we're going to give you their weights both for last week that you didn't have and for this week. And I just have to figure out when the week was. That was the 12th, was last Sunday when they were born. So here we go in birth order. Number 1 is Dark Blue here, who's been showing us his beautiful tummy. Hello, my angel. And this is, as I said, our beautiful chocolate phantom tri, who I suspect is going to end up diluting into a color that is similar here to Mama Jojo. And see, this is what I mean by how Jojo is sleeping just over here, but extraordinarily attentive to her puppies. So immediately that the puppy is picked up and not in its normal place, she's here making sure that I'm not going to drop the puppy or cause any harm to her baby. So Mr. Dark Blue last week weighed 624 grams, and this week is 905 grams. These puppies are all approaching the 1 kilogram mark quite quickly. There we go. You don't need to make him to go to the bathroom on top of me, Jojo, thanks. That's what she's doing there, is stimulating him to pee, and when she does that on top of me, then that means he pees on me. Next is Green Collar Boy. Hey, Green, where are you? Here you are. This is Green over here. Hi, babes. Hi. Again, this is one of our chocolate phantoms, not a tri, and this is the one that has so much strong tan points on the side of the face there. You're just determined to make them pee on me, aren't you? Yes, you are. We'll just let Jojo do her thing. Beautiful tan points across the chest. This puppy has a gorgeous blocky head, nice ears set. Oh, and I forgot, wait a minute. I'll go back to Dark Blue. Look at the eyes are open. This is our big milestone at week 2, is that our eyes are open. As you can see here, if I can get Jojo to just stop licking here, and I'll just move him around a bit so that Mr. Green shows us his handsome eyes. And you'll notice that all the puppies' eyes are blue. And that's because puppies are all born with blue eyes. They will not stay blue though. They will be dark brown, or they will turn to the pretty hazel green that Jojo has if they dilute in their coat color. And Mr. Green last week was 686 grams, and this week is over a kilogram at 1.036. This is a chunky puppy. Now we go back to Dark Blue so we can see if he'll show us his eyes here. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, I got so excited about talking about the vet and the groomer, we forgot about showing everybody your eyes. Come here, baby. Yeah, okay, Jojo, you don't need to make him go. You did that already. Oh, that's a girl. There, you go show everybody your eyes. Look at those pretty eyes. There we go. There they are. We'll take some pictures for you as well and show you all of their eyes all opened up. Jojo's just absolutely determined that everybody has to go to the bathroom right now. Okay, you do your thing. Next is a Red Collar Boy. So this is our puppy that's different from everyone else. Oh my goodness, he's getting to be so big I can hardly lift him up with one hand. Maybe I can trick her and put him over here. Nope, no such luck. She's going to just have to talk to them all about going to the bathroom. So let's quickly show his eyes open. Beautiful. Look at that little squishy face. It's so cute. I just love how their faces are all squished up when they're little babies. Beautiful head though. That's a gorgeous ear set on this puppy. Lovely broad head. Very much what the Australian Labradoodle breed standard asks for. And this puppy does not have white on him. He is a gorgeous, beautiful, deep, rich, dark red color. Just the prettiest puppy. And Mr. Red, it was 686 grams last week, same as Green. And this week he is 961 grams. So he's not quite as big this week as his brother Green is. Why don't you just go over there? Silly, why don't you just go over there? Oh yeah, no, oh good, now she's going to go somewhere else. And next we have Yellow Collar Boy. Come here, sweetheart. This is a really dark chocolate fellow. Again, a chocolate phantom. Beautiful puppy. Look at those strong eyebrows there. And are you showing everybody your eyes? Hey? Are you going to show your open eyes? Oh, I don't want to show my open eyes. I know his eyes are open. They've all had their eyes open early. They all had their eyes open when they were just 10 days old. Usually if I pop them upside down and move them around, there we go, a little bit. Showing a little bit. No, not much. They're all so tired. But he is showing you the white on the bottom of his feet, which is pretty cute. There you go. Oh, big yawn. Their ears are not open yet. Those will probably open over the next 5 days to a week or so. So next time when we come back for our litter update, we'll have both ears and eyes open. And you can see that this is just the nicest, most calm, relaxed group of puppies. Just like, oh yeah, I just sleep anywhere. I wish I could do that. And last but not least is our one little lady in the litter, our little pink color girl. Again, a chocolate phantom, and she is a try again. Oh, she's got her eyes open. She's going to be most cooperative about that, showing you her eyes. A beautiful puppy. Again, look at the ear set on this dog. Gorgeous head, lots of strong phantom markings there with those points. This little girl, I do believe, will not be a dark girl. She will probably fade out and have a pretty little parchment color. Oh, yeah, it's going to just be so beautiful. A little biscuit shade. Very pretty little girl with lots and lots of nice white that shows through there. And beautiful, those tan highlights that she has. Very similar to Jojo. She will mature and look very much like her mom, and she has those beautiful eyes open. And Miss Pink last week was 700 grams on the nose, and today is 994 grams, so pretty much a kilogram. So that's all the puppies. They're just doing so nicely. It is just a most beautiful litter with the most lovely little personalities. Really, really just loving these puppies. And they all have the wonderful Jojo as their mom. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to post them in the comments. I always like to talk about Australian Labradoodles. And if you enjoyed the video and can give us a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. And if you subscribe to our channel and you hit the bell icon, then YouTube will let you know every time one of our new videos comes out, and you can take a look and find out a little something different in each one of them. So we hope you enjoyed it, and we hope we'll see you next week for week 3 update, when I suspect probably everyone will have their ears open as well as their eyes. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, as if I do a cough. Here comes Mom.